skills and talents to produce the things we need and want. And we who enjoy whatever they have made for us do well to be thinking of what they are giving us. Oh yes, we know they work for their pay, for their food, and for the needs of their wives and the wants of their young ones. But also, they make for the joy of making things right, whatever the whims of our choice and the twists of our tastes.
More and more reliable. Inventors, engineers, and manufacturers continually offer us improvements so we can have things with new beauty, longer life, and low maintenance costs. Improvements we can afford because they are economically produced and that can be bought by more and more people for less money than they ever cost. There is something else we want too. An opportunity to choose the attraction that serves the purpose for which we want it. Our wants and tastes differ. We are not all alike in what we like. Some of us have one like. Someone else has another like.
This is the new frontier completed, made by husbands and fathers willing to spend their time, their energy, their substance for their families, but seldom there to enjoy the fruits of their labor. Suburbia is a woman's world. Reading their newspapers on the commuter trains, the men may make the big decisions, like what should be done about the hydrogen bomb. But over coffee on the patio, the women make the so-called little decisions. How to raise the children, run the house, the school, the town, the church, and their husbands. On the new frontier, the minister, making his parish calls, is one of the few men the community sees during the daylight hours.
Fine. Yes, I'd love to. Thanks, Jean. I'll be there. 2 o'clock. Goodbye. You know, 3 weeks ago, I couldn't have accepted that invitation. Like so many people these days, we live in the suburbs, and Dave needs the car every day for business. When he was gone, I was practically a prisoner in my own home. I couldn't get out to see my friends, couldn't take part in PTA activities. I couldn't even shop when I wanted to. I had to wait till Thursday night after Dave brought the car home. But that's all changed now. 3 weeks ago, we bought another Ford, the new low-priced custom line Victoria. Isn't it stunning? Dave has it all to himself, and I now have the ranch wagon all to myself. It's a whole new way of life. Now I'm free to go anywhere, do anything, see anybody anytime I want to. It's only good common sense. Why be stuck with one expensive car when you can enjoy all the fun and freedom of 2 fine Fords?
Today, more and more families are finding out how easy.
I wish I had a castle in the sky. Away up high where bluebirds like to fly. A cozy little castle with 100 rooms or more. dear. Someday. With stars for windows, clouds for rugs, a rainbow for a door, I wish... I just wish I had a decent kitchen. I wish the faucet wouldn't drip all day. I wish that refrigerator door would close and stay closed. I wish I had a stove whose pilot light was always lit. Furthermore, a kitchen phone at hand when friends call up to chat a bit. Hello, yes, this is Mary. How are you? Bye.
They say your kitchen dazzles every eye.
A brand new sink, a built-in oven, a new refrigerator, and a phone, a kitchen phone, a bright red phone. I gotta go. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I'll call you later.
Improved styling constantly adds to the ease and grace and gaiety of American living. The things we have in America are ever changing. The studios and workshops of our stylists pour forth a never-ending flow of service and of artistry. Lines, planes, forms, and substances in colors. On come the developments of ideas, in pace with the emphatic decisions of the American people as to what they want, in the shapes of utility, and in the manner of their own ever-improving good taste. Homes have more than new plans. They have new patterns for living, made attractive by luxurious interiors. Living space is enhanced by new materials and accented by subtleties of color selection. By the way things look, as well as the way they perform, our homes acquire new grace, new glamour, new accommodations, expressing not only the American love of beauty, but also the basic freedom of the American people, which is the freedom of individual choice. Women and men alike are increasingly interested in the look of things. They eagerly give their attention to what's new and beautiful and advanced. Indoors or outdoors, wherever we go or wherever we stay, now and in the future, we can all depend on the stylist to beautify everything we need. From the eye appeal and swift effectiveness of the smallest utensils in the kitchen of the future, to the serene grandeur of our glistening structures, the hand of the stylist is ever designing changes to improve our life of the future choice. In form, proportion, rhythm, and variety, the stylists leave their unmistakable marks on everyday conveniences in flowing lines and graceful shapes, which we as Americans may enjoy.
Quick.
Just like a man, you give him a break, and you end up in the kitchen baking a cake.
But this was a kitchen like none I'd seen. Put a card in the slot, and onto the screen pops a picture of just how your dish will look, plus all the ingredients you need to cook. No need for the bride to feel tragic. The rest is push-button magic. So whether you bake or broil or stew, the Frigidaire kitchen does it all for you. Don't have to be chained to the stove all day. Just set the timer and you're on your way. Tick-tock, tick-tock, I'm free to have fun around the clock.
Keeping their room in good order, and keeping Junior in good order, too. Punctuality is stressed in this household. By that I mean hair is combed and faces and hands scrubbed before the boys come to the table so they won't delay the meal. Now, mother and daughter put the finishing touches on the dinner. Father, too, looks forward to this date with the family. He has had a hard day at the office, and in his briefcase are some contracts which must be looked over tonight. But in the meantime, he will relax at dinner with those he loves. A simple centerpiece made from some flowers which grow in the backyard is another of daughter's contributions to the dinner. But it takes up a little too much room, so she moves it to the sideboard. These boys greet their dad as though they are genuinely glad to see him, as though they had really missed being away from him during the day and are anxious to talk to him. This is the time for pleasant discussion in a thoroughly relaxed mood. They don't pick this time of the day to spring unpleasant surprises on Dad. If they have disagreeable news, they'll postpone the discussion until another. Ah, dinner time. Yes, Mother. Junior remembered to clean up. Brother seats Junior. Then helps Mother to her chair as he would his best girl. Well, the dinner date has begun, and they're all happy about it. Many families throughout the country observe the custom of saying grace at mealtime. It is always treated with reverence and respect. Napkins on the lap, the family awaits service. They converse pleasantly while Dad serves. I said pleasantly, for that is the keynote at dinner time. It is not only good manners, but good sense. Pleasant, unemotional conversation helps digestion. Father serves mother first, then daughter, then the boys. Don't worry, fellas, you won't get left. Help cut your meat, Junior? Of course. By example, older children can teach younger ones good table manners. No one starts eating until Father has served himself. Always wait for the hostess, in this case Mother, to begin eating before you start. Let Father and Mother guide the conversational trend if they desire. After all, they made all this possible and may want to talk over their day with each other. Tell Mother how good the food is. Maybe Sis rates a compliment, too. It makes them want to continue pleasing you.
Well, I remember the first jelly I made. Mine happened to be the first glass that she picked up that morning.
Well, there's one nice thing about it happening in class. Here it's part of our learning. At home it would be a minor tragedy. We'll come back to this again, but there's one thing we can be pretty sure of. There was too little of either sugar or acid or pectin. Not enough of any one means soup instead of jelly. Now let's see how this peach jelly is. Oh, my. This is what we'd call a little soft. It won't hold its form, and when you cut it, the surfaces are rounded. The probability is there wasn't enough acid. That's a nice one. Just stiff enough to hold its shape. And when you cut it, it cuts easily with sharp, clean-cut angles. It has a clear, delicate color. It's very good.
Doing our part on a convenience to be enjoyed, or preparing a tasty tidbit, we're all of us makers. All of our different ways of making to the differing tastes of others are not all so very different after all. We make by moving materials, getting what we need in the right place to work with it. We make by removing material, getting rid of what isn't needed. We make by shaping, just so. We make by adding material to material. We make by combining. And then by applying our finishing touches. And by testing and testing again to make sure what is finished meets with our own approval and earns the customer's liking for what is done. With our craftsmanship and our conscientious control, we build for utility and for eye appeal and for satisfaction at every step of the way. That's the way we make things. Make them right and make them to the user's satisfaction. With youthful enthusiasm, we make things with pride. And into whatever we make, we try to model a satisfying usefulness and some measure of beauty. Oncoming, attractive, useful products, well...
There are times when she feels lonely in this responsibility to her family, yet she carries it in ways that are varied, in ways that are many, in ways that call for careful planning and for further use of what we already have, for making do so nothing will be wasted, or doing without. She unfolds and refolds the paycheck and molds it in the ways of thrift, making a fine art of doing so.
License, maybe my own car by next summer. We'll have a drag strip by then, won't we?
Well, I doubt it so soon, son, if we're going to have one. Right now, people are just talking about it.
Daddy, what is a drag strip?
Just like a girl.
Well, honey, it's an officially supervised runway or track with special rules and regulations where hot rod drivers can race their cars against time.
The police department's been talking one up for a couple of years already.
First things first, Greg.
Well, my gosh, don't the police know what ought to come first?
Greg, we need driver training and adequate parking before anything else.
You sure fixed me up, taking me to that school board meeting the other night.
Well, as I recall it, you invited yourself along. And I certainly didn't see anyone twisting your arm when you stood up and sounded off.
What's more important than keeping teenagers from getting killed? Look what happened to those 2 carloads of kids just the other night.
Daddy, did you line up a truck yet for our paper drive? It's only a week from Saturday.
I know it, honey. I'll take care of it.
Dad, how soon will we know if the Chamber of Commerce is going to put up the dough for our softball uniforms?
Well, Greg, I told you I'd bring it up at the next meeting, and I will.
Can you arrange for a bigger truck than last time?
What? Oh, well, I'll do what I can. Beggars can't be choosers, young lady.
Okay, kids, you may be excused.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Don't forget, Frank, we're going to PTA tonight.
Well, that'll depend upon how things go at the station, Hazel.
Well, you're one man in town who better be there. We're expecting a big turnout to air all these driving problems. Now, if we can get the whole PTA pushing for these things, we're in. Then the school board will have to go along. Hey, hadn't you better get a move on, lover boy?
Bye-bye, honey. Oh, honey, I almost forgot. We're playing cards with Doc Stratton Saturday night. I saw him yesterday. Martha will probably call you this afternoon.
Okay, dear. Oh, Frank, don't forget to stop by the bank sometime today and check that statement.
It has been overwhelmingly approved that the members of this PTA, both as a group and individually, will take all possible action to get the school board to include a car-equipped driver training course in our curriculum by the beginning of next term. It is so ordered. It's my pleasure to say, on behalf of this PTA, that we certainly appreciate Mr. Vic Thompson's generous offer to donate the services of a training car. And we certainly hope that...
It's just perfect, thank you, Lyle. Don't Martha and Steve give the nicest parties?
Yes, I always enjoy coming over.
Oh, you mean the one about loyalty?
Much easier that way.
Well, you know, Martha, you and Doc always make everybody feel so much at home.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you all here. Can't I get you something?
No, thanks, just fine.
Lovely.
Hazel, how do you feel about Frank running for the school board? I want him to do what he thinks is best. We've always done real well on his judgment.
We sure need another good man on the board.
My man is a mighty good man.
Hey, Frank, you hear that? You can't decline now. Any man who'd back away from anything after that.
Well, we must be pretty hard up for candidates if we scratched all the way down to me.
That's not true, and you know it.
Modesty ceases to be a virtue when you overdo it, Frank.
The school board needs another merchant with your business head and eye to the future. It's as simple as that.
How do you stand, Lyle?
You run for the school board, we'll support you all the way.
Well, Frank, where does that leave you? Running for the school board, I guess.
Well, let's all have another cup on that.
Don't answer it, Doc. It may go away.
Better get on your horse, Doc.
I'll get it, dear.
Flair has adaptability. Let's put her to work. Let's check Flair's usability. Well, what'll it be? Crepe Suzette or mulligan stew? Either way, simply release the safety lock and pull gently on the roll-to-you cooking top. Easy? Sure. For many meals, roll the cooking top just halfway out. Stops and locks automatically, with plenty of room to use either the speed heat unit or the heat minder. In this position, Flair uses a minimum of kitchen space. Usability? Comes Thanksgiving or a family reunion, release the safety lock and pull again. 2 more radiant tube units come into full view, giving plenty of room for everything you need. This is truly cooking with a flair. No need to worry about too much weight on the cooking top. It just won't tip over. And Flair's cooking top can't be closed accidentally. It moves only when the safety lock is released. Above the cooking top, a full-width fluorescent light floods the entire cooking surface and the control panel. All set? Okay, let's make pancakes. Now, let's suppose, just to speed things up, these pancakes are already mixed. On the can't-slide griddle and ready for turning. Say, how did that range get in here? Hold it right there. Freeze your shoulder and arm just as they are. Now, turn around. Uncomfortable, isn't it? But don't worry, we'll fix that fast. Out goes that range. In goes Flair. Now, let's see that hand action again. Go ahead, try it on Flair. Isn't that better? Sure, means less fatigue.
That's what competition in economy, providing us with the good life of plenties we enjoy. Among the things of our good life is the vast array of food choices we have. The homes, tailored and equipped to meet our individual needs, according to each family's interests and each one's style of living. Competition puts labor-saving, time-saving devices in our homes that free a woman so she can add to the family income by carrying on with a working career. While she and her family are out, these conveniences breathe life into a house. The evening meal started, the house warm, and the lights on when they begin to return at night. Competition to win family favor makes it possible for us to be well dressed at the price we can afford to pay, low, medium, or high. But our thrift does more than spur competition in material offerings of convenience and service.
Already have, or in building a new home. Now let's see how these work centers actually work for you. Starting with the sink center, you'll find that the planning goes beyond the rich plywood cabinets to features like this self-opening garbage disposal can. Fresh fruit and vegetables right where you want them, arranged so that you can pick out just the ones you want. Your selection made, you'll probably need a knife. Then, a cutting board. That's what home economists mean when they talk about patterns. This is the planning center, a handy place for your telephone, recipes, and want list. Actually, it's just a simple built-in desk anyone can make with fir plywood and plans you get at your neighborhood lumber dealer. The meal planned and recipes selected, it's exactly one step to the mixing center, complete with swing-up mixer shelf. Here again, storage is planned to save time and steps. Everything you need at your fingertips. Kitchen designers call it point of usage planning. Makes sense, doesn't it? And notice the drawers, how the designers have gotten away from the antiseptic look by using traditionally good-looking, durable wood fronts combined with metal lining. Oh, good. It's going to be an apple pie coming up. Utensils right where you need them. Come to you storage that ends reaching in and over. Here's real comfort. A plywood lap board that lets you sit while you work. Another work-saver feature you can build in your own kitchen. Very easily, too. You know that pie is coming along in great shape. Must be about time for cinnamon. Yep, cinnamon it is. With this sliding spice shelf, it's right up front where it belongs. Larger items store neatly behind. Looks like the pie's about ready for the oven. This built-in range and oven is a big improvement over the old-fashioned kind. Plenty of work surface around the stove, and the oven is the right height for easy usage. And because plywood built-ins can be made any size or design you desire, you can place your range and oven exactly where you want them. You can feature the warm, honey-colored tones of the natural wood, or use bright, accenting paint finishes as you prefer. And when you want to redecorate, you can refinish those smooth wood surfaces as easily and as often as you change your mind. Next to the built-in oven is more wonderful space-saving storage. A place for trays. The dividers are removable. Muffin and pie pans here, and more roomy storage for utensils, right where you want them, near the oven. Remember, we told you that anyone can build any of these work-saving...
And your home. Most important is your sterling silver, which you, like Joan Hayden, will build your lovely table effects. Family Thanksgiving calls for the best. Fine linen, good china, and beautiful sterling. The Hayden family silver is classic rose, contemporary in line, romantic in detail. The keynote for this charming table. Forks on the left, knives and spoons on the right, as you'll use them from the outside toward the plate. Important to know, and what more pleasant way to learn than using the nicest things to help Mother get ready for an important occasion. Knowing that you are a successful hostess is one of the most delightful sensations in the world. Your friends and family love to come to your house. Your husband beams with the assurance that he knew you would give a good party. But there is a good deal more to this art of entertaining than meets the eye. There are points of organization, touches of distinction, a sense of fitness back of everything you do. Let's see how Joan Hayden makes her Thanksgiving party a success. Her menu of the family's favorite foods is planned early. She likes to order the turkey at least a week ahead. She does as much food preparation as possible well in advance of the great day. Her goal? To reach Thanksgiving Day with everything ready so she can really enjoy having the family in for the holiday. On Thanksgiving morning, the preparations start early, so there's plenty of time to enjoy doing all the special things that go on a traditional holiday table. Carolyn arranges a handsome silver dish with celery and olives.
Miss America spend in their kitchen? An hour, 3 hours, maybe longer?
That depends on what we're having and how the cooking is done.
I see. Well, let's have a look inside a few kitchens. Pardon me, madam. Don't look now, but your pot is boiling over.
I know how she feels. Worn out after hours of cooking, dinner delayed, maybe ruined, and that awful mess to clean up. I can sympathize with her, because that's pretty much the way things used to be at our house, in what I now think of as the dark ages of housekeeping. And not so very long ago at that. When Monday was always wash day, the weekly day of doom. Blue Monday over a messy wash tub. And oh, my pads. When we had one of those old-fashioned ice boxes. And oh, those fiendish drip pads.
She did while he was at work. Just what did Mother do today? The first thing she did this morning was to fix up the kitchen. She cleared the table and washed the dishes and put the food away, and made everything spick and span. Then she went up to Tommy's room to straighten it. There were train tracks and other toys to be picked up and put away. There was the bed to be made. There were clothes to be hung up, and some would need washing or mending. After that, Mother started on the ironing. Doing the family washing and ironing is a pretty hard job, but Mother does it regularly every week. And the cooking. Mother has to find time to make good, nourishing meals for the whole family every day. She knows Tommy's appetite is getting bigger and bigger. Later, she did the mending. Well, there's Tommy's cowboy shirt and his jacket. Tommy could be more careful with his clothes. Those are just some of the things that Mother has to do. No wonder she's often tired at the end of the day. It seems Mother never...
A chip off the old block. Helen, who has to get up to get breakfast. And Linda, 9 months old, the family alarm clock. Helen does a very good job of looking after her family. But her way isn't the only good one. There are 100 proper ways of looking after children. No two mothers do it quite the same, and yet most of them do it very well. The baby may be fed before or after the rest of the family. They may have cereal or bacon and eggs or both. And they may eat breakfast in the kitchen for convenience, or they may eat it in the dining room. Those are just details. But she doesn't insist that they eat it. She realizes that a little thing like tension over exams at school could spoil Wendy's appetite for a short time. And because she doesn't get emotional over eating as an end in itself, the Jones children usually eat heartily before going off to school. Looking after one child is a job for any mother, but looking after 4 is a job for the whole family.
Wendy, would you cut up Roddy's toast for him, please?
And of course, good manners don't come naturally. The biggest job after feeding the children is clothing them. Besides trying to keep within the budget, there's the ironing, mending, sorting out the different sizes. Then there's the problem of seeing that they're properly dressed in all kinds of weather. If they get overheated, it affects tempers and health. Then, of course, there are those delightful rainy days with all that seagoing equipment. And back to the laundry again when the sun comes out. As Linda never wears the same clothing twice without washing, Helen only buys her things that are tub-fast and pre-shrunk. And she tries, when possible, to get materials that don't need ironing. There's a certain freshness about clothes that are dried in the sun and wind. Jack,
some of the water is going right back into the air. When you've watched Mother get your supper, have you ever noticed the tea kettle boiling on the stove? As the water boils, the steam rises from the spout and goes into the air. If the water boiled long enough, it would all turn into steam and go into the air. And that, Billy, is
school.
That you, Molly?
Yes, Mom.
Hi, what kind of a day did you have today?
Mom, guess what?
I don't know. What?
Mom, I started my first period.
Well, what do you know? Come on, sit down. Tell me about it. When did it start?
Well, it was this afternoon when I was changing into my gym clothes, and I noticed a bit of blood on my panties, and golly, at first I thought, well, I didn't know